Welcome back to another episode of Dave D's Random Watch. But this one, I didn't choose from this. I actually knew what I wanted to watch that day. So what we'll call this is Random Watch Select. And the one that I selected was a movie that I've always been curious about, but have never seen ever. Maybe bits and pieces on television as a kid. Who knows? But I've always seen this cover, The Quest. Always at the video store, always there, and I never said, hey, Mom, can I watch this? Probably because this is too family friendly for me back then, and I wanted to watch The Toxic Avenger. I don't know why I never grabbed this. The Quest, also known as Frog Dreaming in other parts of the world. So the way it goes is the concept of this is for when I'm staring at my collection, not knowing what to watch. But occasionally I'm going to know, and I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to want to watch this movie or that movie. And the one, like I said, The Quest. It's a 4K restoration, not in 4K, but the upscale of the 4K player on the television for the 1080p is phenomenal. It looks brand new, picture perfect. It looked amazing. Let's see, the movie, it's an action-filled adventure starring Henry Thomas from E.T. As Cody. He's a young man of an intrepid spirit and always looking for a challenge. Living with his guardian, Cody learns of an ancient myth, the story of I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Donkeykagan. I should probably watch the movie again so I can pronounce it properly, but he is told to leave it alone, but the legend sparks his lively imagination. Defying all authority, Cody and his girlfriend, I would rephrase that. I don't think they were boyfriend-girlfriend in this movie. They were just friends. Embark on a search that takes them into the Shadowland mysteries of the edge of death. Let's see. The back of this also mentions the top-notch score by Brian May. I would agree with that. The score for this movie was really good. And one thing you're going to notice for like the 5 people that might be watching, when I watch a movie, I listen to the music in the back. The music is very important to the movie. In fact, at work, most of the time I'm listening to just film score soundtracks. That's how much I like the music in movies. And this one, the back wasn't lying. The score was top notch. I was like, wow, this is a really good bombastic music for a movie it's a small movie, let's face it. It's a small movie. Big budget compared to other Australian films, but still a small movie compared to other things coming out in America at the time. The Quest, aka Frog Dreaming, is a treat for the whole family with the backdrop of the spectacular Australian scenery. Now, that is very true. The scenery in this was just amazing. They really took advantage of their location. Let's see, what can I say about this movie? Other than Henry Thomas, I've never really heard of anybody else in this film. The director, Brian Trenchard Smith, apparently he's directed a few Leprechaun movies, which they're in here. So I might have seen one of his movies when he did that. He's done some horror films here and there, but other than that, I've never heard of the guy until now. But he seems very, again, just like Joel Schumacher, he seems like a very humble guy. He's, he talks very positively of his stars. He has an interview on the Blu-ray here with Henry Thomas, and that was pretty good. You get an insight of what Henry Thomas was going through in that time period, and then the director was kind of talking about some stuff. The character Cody is a troublemaker. He's very rambunctious. He's causing pranks, doing stunts, putting other people in danger. His girlfriend, as they call her, but they're not boyfriend girlfriend in this. The girl has a sister, and they just, they all kind of hang out until until the girls are grounded because Cody is such a troublemaker. But as they go on their adventures, they come across an area that hasn't been surveyed on maps, like a swamp, a lake, a little lake, and it appears like a monster's coming out, almost like, like it's bubbling up, and almost like a Loch Ness monster is coming up and then going back down. In the beginning of the movie, it scared some drunk man fishing, sleeping on his boat, and nobody thinks anything of it. And then Cody's determined to find out what this thing is, and it's not what you think. The cover actually, the cover can be a little misleading on that, actually. If you see it, it looks pretty much darn like a monster if you look close enough, but it's really more mechanical than that. I did not like the ending. I think when the movie ended, once you found out what this machine contraption thing was, okay, that works. That was great. But then, for whatever reason, they did take a Australian tribesman spiritual mythical power thing to it, and it was like, oh well, it's not really the direction I thought it would have went. But I would have just left that out, because I would have figured they would have solved whatever the mystery of this thing was, and that was that. Everybody goes home, it's a happy ending. Still a happy ending, even with the odd ending. The Quest, I would say watch it. It's a good movie. I think his Family Video was selling these pretty cheap online, so I grabbed it because why not? I'm sure if we search around, you could find it. But if you're looking for something to watch with the family, The Quest would be one to watch. So I do recommend it. The one thing you're gonna find out about me, I do like movies, so it's gonna be very rare when I might rip a movie to shreds. Kind of like in this list thing here, they're kind of ripped to shreds with titles on them. But for the most part, especially if it's my collection, chances are I might like it. Might like it, but we'll see, because some of these do belong to my wife, so we'll find out about that. Until the next episode, thank you, and see you later.